live from the man cave again, unfortunately, because as per usual for this year so far, the weather outside is atrocious, so there's no chance of me getting out and doing any hiking. Having said that, it does give me a perfect opportunity to answer quite a few questions that a lot of people have been asking of what my plans are for the rest of the year. And I have got a lot of plans. I've got a lot of big plans, so I'm going to answer them in the second part of the video, because today's video, it's in two parts. It gives me the opportunity to talk about this, the TrustFire MINIX3. We've got floodlight, we've got spotlight, we've got laser, all wrapped up in one very small package. I'll tell you something, don't let size put you off. This is one absolute beast. Now before I say anything else, I will say I got sent this by TrustFire. The only thing they wanted from me was an honest review. That's all they asked for. I do get asked to review things that in my opinion are not good quality. That in my opinion, some of them are absolute rubbish. So there's no way I'm going to do a review. When I saw this, I was very impressed. When I read the specs, I was even more impressed. We've got a blue UV light, we've got a spotlight, and we've got a laser. All worked off the front here. A one press button there. If I press it once, it'll illuminate up. And it illuminates up there for a second, and it's illuminated green, which tells me it's fully charged. If I pressed that once and it illuminated red, I would know it's time to charge. The other thing I like about that, you can't accidentally knock it on in your pocket. The only way you can get it on is by the one press, and then press and keep it pressed down, and whatever mode was on last time, in this case the UV light will come on. If I press that again, the first of 4 white light levels will come on. Now you can demonstrate that in here. I'll wait till it gets dark tonight. We'll go in the back garden and I'll show you the power of this. We'll do a bit of a test. So pressing the flashlight on, we get nice and stealthy. If we want more light, we'll press it the third time. We're really starting to get a good beam there, and press it the fourth time, and that lights up the whole of the garden. And that is a very impressive indeed, because at max level on the fourth press, this will shine at 1050 lumens. So that means that you can point that and it will illuminate 128 meters in front of you, which is absolutely ridiculous. But I tell you something, so useful. Now, as a lot of people know, before I retired, I worked in a school, and I worked as a school caretaker. So I used to come into school by myself at 5:30 in the morning and open up 2 schools. I also used to open up about 15 external gates that were all padlocked. Now in the middle of winter, at 5:30 in the morning, it's pitch black. So you needed a torch. You're the only person in there. You needed a torch, especially when you're walking outside in the grounds, because they were very big grounds. And trying to open locks holding a torch under your arm was just about impossible. It'd still be quite difficult trying to undo a padlock with this in your hand. The bottom is magnetic, so if I put it onto, I could have put that on the gate, that would illuminate the area I'm trying to unlock, and it would be absolutely perfect. The grounds are very big, so when I walk between schools in the pitch black, if you heard a noise, you wanted to find out what it is, you wanted something powerful, really powerful, that would illuminate up a big area. The last couple of years I was at the school, I did have a smaller torch, and it was this, the Olight SR2 baton, which was a very good torch. Not knocking this at all. Very, very good. The problem with this is, if you use that on high power for more than a couple of minutes, it's starting to heat up in your hands. And I mean really heat up. This doesn't do that. At maximum power, you can have this on for 2 hours and 10 minutes. Absolutely insane. But you can have that on max power 2 hours and 10 minutes and it will not burn your hands. It stands up nicely by itself on a surface that's not magnetic. If you put it down that way, it's not going to roll away. It fits into your pocket, if I had a pocket there. It fits into your bag, if you're carrying a bag, or if a lady has a handbag. It's also got a two-way clip. So if you wanted to use this and you had a baseball cap on, you could clip it onto your baseball cap. You could clip it onto your rucksack. So very, very useful, but also very, very flexible tool. On the side here, you've got 3 options there. The middle one is for the front there. If I moved it down, and again, 1 press, 2 press, you get that on there. Again, 3 stages. Press it again, it goes back to the first one. So that's the actual flashlight, and again that's got 3 levels. 1, 2, and that's the 3rd one, the really bright one. Press it again, goes back to the first one. So if you want it nice and stealthy, would be ideal if you go camping, if you're wild camping, you're tent bound. The only thing you can do is read. Absolutely ideal for reading. You're not going to incinerate your eyes trying to read. You're not going to illuminate your whole tent, especially if you're trying to be stealthy. Press it to the middle, it reverts back. Press it to the front, and we've got the laser. Green laser, which again could be very, very useful, especially as a teaching tool. I used to work in a college, and then this would have been very, very useful for me. So really multifunctional. Everything you need from a flashlight is incorporated in this one little but a very, very powerful package. I've had the Olight torch for about 3, maybe it's even 4 years there now. Never ever thought I'd replace that because I didn't think I'd get anything better. But I'll tell you something, this is my new go-to flashlight. It's got everything I need all in there. I've went for the black. We could have grey, titanium gold, we could have army green, we could have midnight blue, or you could have desert yellow. So that is the TrustFire MINIX3. I have got a discount code which I'll put in the description, and I think you can get 10% off the price. I get absolutely nothing for that. I think it's a great flashlight. I think if you got one, you'd think it's a great flashlight as well. And you've got, that is absolutely ridiculous. Wow, that just lights up the whole of the garden there. So second part of the video, a lot of people have been asking, what's up this year? Why has there been so little hiking? Why have we seen no Wainwrights climbed? Well, as everybody's been finding out, the weather this year has been terrible, and I hope, as everybody knows, I'm a fair weather hiker, but surely this weather has got to change. So the second it does change, I'll be back out over the Lake District. I will be back out climbing Wainwrights. I think I've 45 left to do before I do my last one. A lot of the big ones I've got are all on the west coast. I did do a couple from there, I think it was 2 years ago, with Ashley Arnold and his wife. We did Kirkfell and we did Great Gable from Westwater. But you can imagine a 3.5 hour drive there, 3.5 hour drive back. That's 7 hour driving, and then climbing Kirkfell, and then dropping down off Kirkfell and climbing Great Gable. That was one tough day. So the only way I can do all the others around that area that I need to do is go over there and camp there. So I will be camping. I'm going to stop in the National Trust campsite there, and I'll be camping midweek. So I'm going to stop 2, maybe 3 nights. I'm going to try and do as many, if not all, the ones around there that I haven't done. Now, if anybody fancies coming down and camping with us or joining us on any of them hikes, they'll be more than welcome. If anybody's interested, let us know. I have mentioned a couple of times before, but I still keep getting asked, when I do my final Wainwright, which will be high rig, I'm going to throw that open to anybody. Anybody that wants to come and hike with us and do that final Wainwright with us will be more than welcome. Whether you've walked with us before, whether you've never walked with us before, you'll be more than welcome. So I will put an event out. I'll put it out on Facebook, I'll put it out on Instagram. At the end of the day, I might be doing it by myself, but hopefully there will be some other people that will want to come, and we should have a really good day. That will be in September. I'm not 100% sure of the date yet, but it will be on either a Saturday or a Sunday, again weather dependent, preferably the Saturday. So I will be doing more wild camping this year. I've got 2 solo wild camps planned in my mind. One up in Northumberland, it's going to be a beach camp. I'm not going to say where. The other one will be over in the Lake District. And the last thing people have been asking about is collaborations. Are you doing any more collaborations this year, and if so, who with? Well, a few people have been in touch, and we have talked about doing collaborations. So fingers crossed that will happen. I can almost guarantee that there will be at least several more collaborations. So hopefully that's answered all of those questions. Me and Mrs. Metalman are away at Centre Parks next week for 4 nights. The weather is not looking good, to be quite honest, but I am hoping that one morning I will be able to get away very, very early and go up and do at least one Wainwright. If you enjoyed the video, really would appreciate a big thumbs up. I'll tell you something, fingers crossed it won't be too long before I'm back out again. Cheers.